Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Get the Cheese was released by Stronghold Games. It's a little small card game, and there are a ton of little small card games. You have trick-taking games, shedding games, just funky card games, take-that games. It's a wide variety of games, but they all kind of get lumped in together. For me, they're hard to store because they don't take up enough space, and you have to think of alternate storage ways for them. Otherwise, they just get lost on the shelf. So I think a card game for me has to be really good, something we're going to play a lot in order to keep. Because I'll be very honest, we overlook them a lot. We'll go straight to a board game versus a card game, and it's just our family's playing style. And same thing with our gaming group. We hardly, if ever, I can't think of ever playing a card game with my gaming group in that respect. Unless it's something I'm bringing, like, hey, let's play this. They always kind of shift towards board games over card games. Get the Cheese is a game where you're going to be playing hand management, but you only have part of the information. So what's going to happen here is you're going to have some cards face up, some cards face down, and really you're reading what the other players are doing, but there's really no way to socially deduce what they're playing. You just kind of hoping, okay, this will likely be their strategy. I'm going to play based on that, and let's see what happens. And that's what you're going to find here. The card play, and I mean, I'm going to go back to that. At least it's a little bit random feeling to me. It feels like I don't have as much control as I would want in a game. I feel like, okay, I'm going to do this. I guess they're going to play that, or, you know, they would play that if they had that card, but do they have that card? Are they going to play it? Are they thinking like I'm thinking? Are they going down the path that I'm thinking? So it's this cat and mouse, right? And get the cheese, right? It's this cat and mouse game that you're kind of playing with the other players. We don't particularly like that. I don't like, you know, winning or losing a game based on what I think you're going to do, and you didn't have the card, or you were thinking something completely different and couldn't go that path. I don't find that particularly interesting. I don't find it particularly interesting here. It's fine with kids. I think kids are a little bit more forgiving for games like this, and this game is squarely put for families or even kids if they would play a game like this. But the kids can feel their frustration too sometimes when they don't have all the information and their plan doesn't work out. They're like, well, I had a good plan, but I wasn't able to guess what you were going to do. So kind of how that plays out. So Get the Cheese to me is a forgettable, fun, but forgettable card game in the aspect of what it brings to the table. It's fine. If you're looking for a way to pass some time, this will definitely do it. I think I would skew this with families or non-gamers more than gamers. And I think that there's a severe lack of control. If people don't care about that, or maybe they even enjoy that aspect of it, then Get the Cheese would be for them. For us, this one's a purge. Here is Get the Cheese. It's a really small game put out by Stronghold Games. You can see it's got a really attractive cover right here. You're going to have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. And you're going to have some cards that will be in here. You're going to have some cheese cards, which simply have the cheese and the number on them. Then each person is going to get a set of cards in their color, which will have different little, it's almost like clip art on them. The cards feel fine. They do have a little bit of a nice finish. I should also point out that there is an expansion, or a promo, I guess, that comes in here for Fuji Flush. If you have that game, here is a card that comes with it. The components are fine. They just kind of sit here on the board. They're just a bunch of cards. Fine. The artwork could be a little bit better, but the graphic art, everything is very easy to see here. Here is the rule book you're going to get with it. It is a fold-out one that you're going to have here. You have contents, but no picture. A setup through here, and then tells you the flow of the game. Has a nice little example with a picture down here, because it does happen in clockwise order, so it needs a little bit of an explanation there. And then after you get done with the game, how each of the dogs, the cats, and how the little guys will move, and then how to score it up. Very good. I kind of like rule books better. I don't like these fold-out things. They're just kind of hard to read, but it does do its job. Full color. The rules are simple, very easy to understand. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the cheese cards and you're going to shuffle these up, and you're going to draw a number of them based on the number of players. So just randomize, let's say a 3-player game, you draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you'll kind of take these and you'll put them out in an order like this. So then you have them kind of in a circle. Everybody can see what's going to be played there. Then what's going to happen is everybody's going to take their own little deck of cards. You'll shuffle these cards up, and then you're going to draw 3 cards. And that will be your starting hand. You can look at them and kind of see what they do. So on a turn, you can have 2 options. You can draw 3 cards
from your deck, and the max amount of cards you can have is 6. Then what you're going to do is you're going to play cards, and some of the cards will have where they placed face down. It has this little icon. So the first card you always play, let's say you play it like this, will be face down. Then you have to go in clockwise order. So maybe the next card you play will be face up, and then the next one will be face down, and then the next person will go. So let's say they have these 3 cards, and they can start wherever they want. So in this case, maybe he wants to start here. You would place one down here. Now, because it has the face down, instead of being face up, which your second one would normally be, this one will go face down, and the third one always goes first down. That's kind of how that's going to work. That's going to continue until everybody's out of cards. You're going to get 9 total turns. Once all the cards down, then you will continue to end the game and score up. So now we're going to score up this one. Let's just say it's the end of the game. So we're going to turn all of these cards over, and we will have a record of what's going on here. So what's going to happen is you have a dog. He will scare away any cat. So the cat will just come out. Boom, it's done. The dog doesn't do anything to the mice. If you have a king mouse, then he will go to the front of the line like this. And this tells you that 2 of these are going to score. So the blue one, he will score that because the king mouse goes in his scoring pile. And the red guy will score this. Everybody else will be left out. Let's go back and do this again with a different example. Let's do something like this, and let's pretend like we don't have the dog here. Then what's going to happen is the cat is going to eat 3 cats in front of it. So the cat will eat all 3 of these, they will be discarded, the cat will be there, and then nobody will score. If you have the big mice, they're worth 2 points, and any cats that the dogs were able to capture are going to be worth 3 points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner.
Who should buy this game? I would say families, lighter gamers, people who don't need control or full proper information about everything that's going on. You know, you're going to chat while you're playing the game. There are some fun aspects to it. You know, it's a little different than just, here's a card I drew, now take that, you lose 4 points. There is some scheming and strategy that goes into it, but there is lack of information, and that's going to turn some people off. Get the Cheese, I think, is a game that you'll play. I think you'll enjoy it enough while you play it, but I put it on my shelf and I forget that it exists, so a Purge for us.